Investigators say a mulch fire outside sparked the blaze. It wasn't long before it swallowed the bank. It's hard to believe any paper documents or cash could withstand the flames.
Take a look here. It is a little bit grainy, but they caught the exact moment of that huge explosion out there.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I tell you, just minutes after Travis posted this, hundreds of people had already shared this online with their friends.
We have officers outside of your residence. They advised me you are armed with a handgun. You needed to put it away. It is the police department. They are trying to check on you.
The police department that responded to Toller's 911 call in the end took her life.
An elderly couple was trapped inside this house for hours until a tree removal service says they began clearing the debris and found the couple scared but alive.
There was another one behind it, but guess what? That one doesn't exist anymore. Its pieces are scattered about this shopping center. We're told that this one that you're looking at caught on fire shortly after. The one right behind it blew up.
Somebody invested in roads and bridges. If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
Congressman Paul Ryan, the next Vice President of the United States.
Did Obamacare create new jobs? No. Did his war on coal and oil and gas create new jobs?
No. Unchain Wall Street. They're going to put you all back in chains.
911. Okay, where at, ma'am?
We are all Foxborough, the lighthouse, trees are falling.
When disaster strikes, dispatchers are at the heart of the storm. Jennifer Mall's been doing this for 9 years, but she says the derecho was a first. After seeing the radar, Mall had a feeling something was funny.
The radios started to flicker in and out. I was like, this is not going to be good.
On a typical Friday night, dispatchers take 200 to 300 calls during an 8-hour shift, but the windstorm was a totally different beast.
And this night, in 3 hours, we took over 700 calls.
Listen to this call coming into the 911 center from Old Boonesboro Road in Lynchburg.
Right now, it's crazy, and there are things like sparking everywhere, and the power keeps going, like, flickering on and off. And there's, like, I watched a transformer blow right in front of the house.
The phones were ringing so much, dispatchers rigged up an additional phone just to keep up with demand.
You just can't stop. You know, you hang up with one caller and you're pressing the button for the next while you're finishing up entering the call that you had just talked to. You don't stop. It's a continuous cycle.
And teamwork allowed dispatchers to get the job done.
You know, it's just kind of like a wave, you know. We just kind of were in sync with each other, and we did what we had to do and we got it done.
Sometimes we need just a little bit of hope to get us through tough times. And that's what 5-year-old Nathan Norman and his family have decided. Nathan is fighting a very aggressive cancer in his brain and his spine, all with the magic of his favorite holiday. The scrapbook of Nathan Norman's life is filled with his battle against cancer, a fight that started in 2009 when he was just a year old.
And at 5:30 in the afternoon, we received the call. It's never good when the doctor's office calls you after hours. And he just kept saying on the phone, there's been an abnormality. I'm so sorry, there's been an abnormality. And I said, are you saying that our son has cancer?
It started off as brain cancer. Now he has a tumor in his spine, too. Surgery and chemo haven't cured Nathan. His latest scan in August shows the tumors are growing again, and fast. As he begins a new round of chemo, he had one request for his mom and dad.
Nathan had asked when we got home if we would put up our Christmas tree and our lights, that he thought that would make him feel better when he didn't feel good.
Like that Santa star and that big star on the very top.
Doesn't matter if people think we're crazy. Does it matter? Absolutely not. If this is his last Christmas and he can spend it for 4 months, absolutely.
The spirit of Nathan's early Christmas, the will to heal this sick little boy, is spreading.
Yeah, Mom, but I see a little present in there.
We have started having friends that put up their trees and their outside lights and sending pictures to us. Some people have designated their tree as called Nathan's tree.
Then the Christmas cards started showing up from friends, family, people they don't even know.
Every day he goes to the mailbox and he receives just, 20, 30 cards.
Mom, look.
Oh, did they give Christmas cards? It's September. I don't even know where people are getting Christmas cards this time of year.
I don't think I even have had Christmas cards in my whole life.
What does that make you feel like when you see all those cards in your mailbox?
It makes me think that there's a lot of money.
It was surprising because it's like, wow, how did they know? How did they find out? It makes you wonder, but it's been inspiring and uplifting to know that, people are rallying around your son.
That support is giving the Normans the faith to face whatever the days ahead may bring.
When you ask Nathan, are you scared? He'll say, no, God is with me. His sister asked him one day, she said, Nathan, are you scared that you might go see Jesus soon? And as a mom, I'm saying, nobody's seeing Jesus today. Everybody's saying right here, we'll see Jesus when we're old. But Nathan said, no, that he's not scared to go see Jesus, that he would just miss Mommy and Daddy. As a parent, you grieve over the path that God has chosen for you. After this third progression that he's had, for 2 weeks, I couldn't get through a day without just bursting in tears. But then you have to move on and you have to enjoy the day. We're enjoying what we have and what we know right now. And so what we have right now is Christmas on September 26th, 2012, and Christmas in October, and Christmas in November.
If he asks us to leave it up, we may leave it up all year because, in all honesty, every day should be like Christmas. I mean, we should always have that spirit of Christmas in us.
Takes a little boy to remind us of that. It's really hard not to get emotionally involved when you meet a boy like Nathan and you understand exactly what he is up against right now. Well, the ABC 13 News family is rallying around him too. We're sending him this Christmas card. Everyone ran in here so we could take that picture today for him. And I told Nathan I'd like to see him get 100 Christmas cards in his mailbox every day. And you should have seen that smile, and that is where I need your help. I have his address for you online right now at WSCT.com. Send a note, a card, put up your own Christmas lights or some decorations, take a picture, and send it to this little guy.
Hi, everybody. Nearly halfway through October, there's a chill in the air as Football Friday continues. Tonight's game of the week takes us to Ringgold. Justin Feldkamp is live at Dan River High School, where the Wildcats are set to face the Appomattox Raiders. Justin.
Hey there, Dennis. Always getting that Raiders in there. It's a Dogwood District showdown. Appomattox has won 4 in a row. Dan River has won 6 in a row. And along with Alta Vista, they're the 3 Dogwood teams that are still undefeated in district play.
This team right here is a special team.
The past 5 years of this series have been controlled by Appomattox. They've won 4 of the last 5, but as you can see, most of these games have been close. Dennis, this game should be up-tempo. Both offenses have been clicking the past few weeks, and next week, Dan River has a bye, so of course you don't want to have a loss going into that bye week. We'll have all the highlights inside Football Friday. It's our game of the week. We'll lead it off at 11:15. For now, we're live at Dan River High School. Justin Feldkamp, ABC 13 Sports.
ABC 13 weather. Forecasts you can count on.
Although the rain has just about come to a close, it is going to remain fairly cloudy through this evening. With the clouds in place, it'll be a lot slower seeing those temperatures drop through the course of the night. We do expect them down to about the freezing mark first thing tomorrow morning as that sky ultimately does clear out. But we don't think it's going to be cold enough long enough that there's going to be much of an issue with black ice forming on the roads on those surfaces that are still kind of wet from the rain earlier on in the day. We're still 43 in Lynchburg and Danville right now with the low 40s through most of the New River Valley. You really got to go into the true highest terrain beyond about 3,000 feet to start to see those temperatures approaching the freezing mark or back into the state of West Virginia. The other issue out there right now, there's a very hint of a breeze from the northeast. And until that wind begins to turn more from the northwest, which we do expect later on tonight, those clouds are going to remain in place. But there's the back edge of the rain. Finally beginning to shift a little farther eastward out towards Bugs Island Lake, extending out toward Richmond and the central part of the Chesapeake Bay. Cold front is responsible for that, and there's the center of low pressure at the northern fringes of this. And as it does begin to push away, we will see high pressure build in the wake of that. And the flow around those two systems coming in the north-northwest direction as well as this pulls away and the winds do turn more lightly from the northwest. That will tend to dry things out further late tonight and give us a sunny day for tomorrow. In fact, a little bit of a breeze to be found tomorrow in the mountains from the northwest, but not a biting kind of cold out there at all. The real worst of the chill is going to hold well up to the north out across the Great Lakes. And even here, you don't see the numbers down to the teens. So we don't see anything that's going to be remotely cold for this time of year for probably the better part of at least a couple of weeks. His futurecast suggests there goes the rain edging farther off to the east, slow clearing taking shape overnight, although there may be a few areas of fog to contend with first thing in the morning. That will melt away very quickly after sunrise, and we do expect a sunny sky for the majority of the day tomorrow. Tonight we'll call it cloudy for the evening, but again clearing later on tonight, and we will see some drying begin to take shape finally on the roadbeds later on into the night. Low temperatures going down to around the freezing mark. And then for central Virginia tomorrow, again, a few areas of fog, especially some of those deeper river valleys toward the James River itself. Otherwise, we get the sunshine, and it's still cool. High 49 in Lynchburg, Amherst, 48 into Livingston, and reaching to 50 in Altavista and Rustburg. South Virginia, mostly sunny, a pleasant afternoon to be found here at 53. Into Danville and South Boston, 51 at Smith Mountain Lake. Westward in the mountains, this is where the fog is likely to be the most prevalent first thing in the morning, but even here it goes mostly sunny. Cool afternoon breezes with highs in the middle and upper 40s. Pretty nice day on Thursday as well, sunshine at 51, but the start of Thursday morning will be the coldest one of this stretch when we're down to 23. Warming trend Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. By and large, these days look dry with highs in the middle to upper 50s and then possibly some 60s into the first of next week.
Thank you, Sean.